This is a testimony. But before I tell you my story, let me reference you to the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5 to 6. Because this is the verse that turned things around for me. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6 states that, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not unto your own understanding, but in everything acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path." Before God turned things around for me and worked a lot of things in my favor, I always used to wish and hope that I would meet a man who is successful and can take away all my misery and my difficulties of lacking a lot of things that I needed in my life. But let me tell you something. While I was hanging on to all that dream and hope and wishing that a man could come and rescue me, nothing got better. My car engine stopped working and I could barely make ends meet. And then I had teenagers in high school, involved in sports and stuff like that. So when the car went down, I would try to find a ride. But one day, my son stayed behind in school for sports. I tried everything to get a ride that day. I couldn't, So I decided to walk to his school because I didn't want him to be stuck and stuff like that. I know there are other options, but if you don't have the money and you couldn't find anybody, are you just gonna leave your child at school? No. So I started walking early and got to his school. It was like a 30 minutes walk, and it was kind of winter time. I walked to his school. The weather that day was a little kind of rainy and a little bit cold and stuff like that. I got to his school and waited. When he got done, I said, "Look, man, I couldn't find a ride. We don't have a ride, so I had to come so we can walk home." 30 minutes walk back. So as time went by, nothing was getting better. And then one day I broke down. I didn't choose to fast and pray. Something just came over me and I started to break down, started to cry. And then I just stood up against the wall in my bedroom and I said, "God, I think I've been going about this the wrong way. What I need in my life is not a man who will take me out of this misery. What I need in my life is not a man who will provide all my needs. What I need is you. Who I need is you. This has been my mistake, oh God, and I want you to forgive me. Please forgive me. It is you that I need, because with you, all things are possible. With you, gates will be open. With you, wonders will happen in my life. With you, everything that I touch and everything that I do and everything that I say will be anointed and be blessed, and there will be plentiful harvest. So all I need is you, God. Forgive me for the mindset that I've had over these years, because I see now where it has gotten me. Please forgive me. Please turn things around for me. Please hear my prayer. And I kid you not, from that day, everything that I touch, everything that I do, everything that I was trying to accomplish, things just started to happen. I went from not having a car for 3 months to be able to buy a car. I went from not being able to make ends meet to having surplus. I know you want to ask how. But you see, when you trust in God, okay? When you don't lean on your own understanding, when you are hoping and wishing and dreaming of things without acknowledging God, sometimes it will just feel like a dead end. No matter what you do, it's just not going anywhere. Sometimes we take man and put man in the place of God. Sometimes we take certain things and put it in the place of God. We neutralize God's power in our lives and what we do. And then we wonder why it's not going anywhere. Don't neutralize God. Acknowledge Proverbs 3, verse 5 to 6. Do not lean onto your own understanding. Acknowledge God. He will direct your path and He will open doors and work wonders in your life. I'm not going to tell you what He did for me. But what I'm going to tell you is that because I stopped leaning on my own understanding and put all my trust in Him, He changed my life.